Hello dear viewers, hope you all are doing good. Welcome to Anuvyapti Academy. I am Anusha Naikwad, helping you to make your concepts easier. In our previous video, we have looked into the meaning of cost accounting, different branches of cost accounting, why do we actually use cost accounting and the classification of cost. And in this video, we will be looking into the very important foundation, that is nothing but the specimen or format of cost sheet. If you have missed any of the previous videos, attaching the link in the description box, please go through it. Without any further delay, let's get started. I always suggest you to please sit with your pen and paper because whatever I am writing, if you make a note of it, it will be very easy for you to make revisions. And I believe that whenever we write and learn, it is in our mind for a very long time instead of just having a look over it. So sit with your pen and paper and thoroughly understand this format of cost sheet, because if you are clear with the format of cost sheet, nothing can stop you to make your problems correctly solve it, because when you understand the format very clearly, you can very easily solve the questions related to cost sheet. And this is one of the very scoring concept of cost accounting, I can say. So let's start. Heading cost sheet for the year ended 31st March, whatever is the year, fine. Particulars and amount column. Make sure you are showing the rupees symbol in the amount column, very important. First thing is direct materials. To direct materials, opening stock of raw materials will be given. Okay, to this we have to always add the purchases of raw material, add carriage, inwards, freight, octroi, and less closing stock of raw materials. Okay. Take the specific amounts. Fine. What I did, direct materials, in that head, opening stock of raw materials, to that add purchase of raw materials, add carriage inwards. Carriage inwards means when you are doing the purchases, when you are making the purchases, you are paying carriage, that is nothing but octroi, freight, shipping charges. Inwards, right? The goods are coming in, so inwards, carriage inwards, you have to add less closing stock of raw materials. To this you add direct wages and add direct expenses. Okay, add direct wages, direct expenses. It will result into prime cost. It will result into what? Prime cost. The result of prime cost is nothing but direct materials plus direct wages plus direct expenses. All the direct things will result into prime cost. What is that? Direct materials. Sometimes direct materials, direct amount is given to us. Done and dusted. If they give us like this different things, then we have to obviously do the calculation for the direct materials. Direct wages sometimes is also mentioned as productive wages. Don't get confused. Productive wages. And direct expenses sometimes is given as chargeable expenses. Same thing, not a different. So it will result into prime cost. What I did, I added all this, I subtracted this, we results in this to this. What we did, we added all the things and I wrote in the outer column the final answer, that is nothing but the prime cost. Okay, now next thing is add factory overhead. Overhead, nothing but it means expenses. Okay, so under this head you have to take all the expenses which are relating to factory, which are relating to production, which you will incur during manufacturing of goods and services. So all such items are to be listed under factory overhead. For example, power, fuel, gas, depreciation on plant and machinery, factory rent, okay, drawing house salary, factory insurance, small or loose tools. Okay, all such items which you just read and you will understand that this comes under factory. Power, fuel and gas, where do we use it? For manufacturing, right? Depreciation of plant and machinery, machine, where do we use it? In factory, so factory overhead. Factory rent, okay, drawing house salary, workman's salary, okay, worksman salary, all this comes under factory overhead. Take the specific amounts, okay, and do the totals of it. Whatever total you get, that is nothing but manufacturing cost. Okay, these are all, only these totals you do. That total is what? Manufacturing cost. To this, you have to add opening work in progress, closing work in progress. Work in progress is nothing but WIP, plus minus. For this, add this minus this, whatever you will result, write in the outer column in the same column. Prime cost plus this will result in nothing but works cost. Okay, prime cost and all the adjustments of the factory overhead, what all we did, no, I took it in the outer column and that will result in nothing but the work cost. So what all did we take in factory overhead? All the expenses related to factory are taken. I added all those and I called it as manufacturing cost. To manufacturing cost, we add opening work in progress, opening stock of work in progress. Work in progress, understand where the work will happen? In factory overhead. So opening and closing stock of work in progress has to be adjusted in factory overhead. So opening work in progress we have to add, less closing work in progress, do the adjustments, write the amount in the outer column, add it with the factory overhead, whatever will result is nothing but work cost. Fine. So the next overhead is administrative overhead. What do you understand by the word administrative? It's nothing but all the office related expenses. Here, what did we take? All factory related expenses, all manufacturing related expenses. Here we will take all office related expenses. We will consider all the administrative expenses like printing and stationery. Okay. Manager's salary. Where will manager work? Obviously, he will not be in factory, he will be in office, right? Office rent, Okay, very easily understandable. Office rent I will not take in factory overhead. Factory rent I will not take in office overhead. So particular head we have to consider. Very important thing, depreciation of office building or equipments. Depreciation of office building or equipments. Here also we had one depreciation. What was it? Depreciation of plant and machinery. Machinery, I told you, where do we use it? In factory. So I considered that item in factory overhead. Now, depreciation of office building and equipment, I cannot take in the factory overhead. Why? Because they have clearly told me it is of office building and office equipment. So, here, or it might be depreciation of furniture and fixtures. Furniture, where you will use? You will use in office. So, it will come under office head. Fine, is that clear? And here legal charges, telephone bills and charges, all such expenses will come under administrative overhead. Fine, do the totals of it and it will result in cost of production. Okay, what all are that? All administrative overhead, what all expenses you took, no? Do the total of it. It will come under cost of production. To this, we have to add opening stock of finished goods. Add opening stock of finished goods plus and less closing stock of finished goods. Closing stock of finished goods to the minus. Whatever will result, plus, minus, right in the outer column. Right? Now, prime cost and factory overhead total we got, we wrote it as work cost. Work cost and administrative overhead total is that both you add, and what will result is nothing but cost of sales. What will result? Cost of sales. Administrative overhead we get after cost of production. We add what? Opening finished goods less closing finished goods, and it will result in cost of sales. Fine. In administrative overhead, what did we take? All the office related expenses. We did total of it. We got cost of production. To that, we added and deducted stocks of finished goods, and it resulted in cost of sales. So, direct materials is done, factory is done, administration is done. What is left? We are left with the overhead, that is nothing but S&D, selling and distribution overhead. Selling and distribution overhead. In this category, we take into account or we consider all the cost which we incur while selling and distributing our products. It might be showroom rent, delivery van charges, okay, salesman salary. See, as I am reading out, you can feel right, correct. This is to be taken here only. Salesman salary I cannot consider in factory overhead. So it is very basic that you understand the item that is given in the question. When you understand it and when you come to know whether it's in factory, administrating and selling, you get 100 on 100 on this concept. Yes, because in direct materials, it's only raw materials purchase and closing of raw materials. Other than that, nothing. Here, these three things we have to be very clear when we understand what items have to be taken under each category. Paisa vasuli. Right? Here, there is one more thing, that is carriage outwards. If you remember, in the start of the video, we came across carriage inwards, where under direct materials, look into your format. In direct materials, we added carriage inwards. Carriage outwards is what? Shipping when we are doing the sales. When we are doing sales, products are going out. So carriage outwards comes under selling and distribution. Carriage inwards comes under the head direct materials. Very important. Okay. All such expenses which are related to selling and distribution take under this head. Do the totals of it. And that total, write in the outer column, do the total with cost of sales, add and do the total, and that we call as cost of goods sold. What we call it? Cost of goods sold. To cost of goods sold, we can find profit or sales. When sales is given directly, cost minus sales, we will get to know whether we are incurring profit or whether we are incurring loss. So sales value will be given in the question. You have to deduct it from the cost and we will get to know whether we are incurring profit or loss. So this is the format of our cost sheet. 4 categories: direct materials, direct wages and direct expenses. Add them, we get prime cost. To that, go for factory overhead, then you have administration overhead and selling and distribution overhead. That's it. If you understand or categorize the items, it is very, very easy to solve these problems. And if you are still feeling confusion, you can just comment down notes and I will help you with the notes and the format of cost sheet. In our next video, we will be solving a problem on cost sheet. So do not forget to subscribe, hit like and share this video with your classmates. See you in the next video. Until then, happy learning.